Hello and welcome to On the Late Night with Walt Diddy. This episode is sponsored by my Patreon page over at www.patreon.com/The Walt Diddy Show. Here on my channel on Patreon, you're going to find content you just won't get on YouTube. Do me a favor, go ahead and come over and support the show for as little as $1 a month. That is a buckaroonie. Ooh, wow, I only have one patron. There's nowhere to go but up. Are you ready to rumble? If so, come on over to www.rumble.com/on the late night. Here you're gonna find a lot of content that you just won't get on YouTube. Trust me, videos, commentary, and a lot of bad lip reading. That's www.rumble.com/on the late night, where you're gonna find some political jargon and some funny videos that's gonna make you laugh. This episode of On the Late Night is sponsored by WaltDiddy.com, the website where you're going to learn that the Sigma male lifestyle is pure freedom. Come on over to the blog. We have a lot of great articles, things that you can learn about the Sigma male, everything from politics to travel to a little bit of a romance. That is www.waltdiddy.com, the home of the Sigma male. And you're going to find when you get here, Sigma male lifestyle is pure freedom. Now back to the show. The opening rant. Tonight's opening rant is there anything good going for black people?
When I think about you, I feel la 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 la. When I think about you, I want la la la.
Now, I didn't say a black person. I said black people as in a community of people, because all I seem to hear is complaints.
I like to say aloha to all my idols.
Your man ain't no good. Your baby mama, she ran off. Sir. Tap your pants like this and see if you're dusty, because that's the label you are given. Ma'am, I think I've heard quite enough that you're not being protected offline or online.
What did you say, nigga?
Sir. How many times do we need to hear how ungrateful that she is? Did I mention, ma'am, your favorite music is trap music, and I never hear too many love songs in a damn trap song. I'm asking,
meanwhile,
black people, is there anything good going on in the community? And I also want you to know that there is a recession coming. All right. So if things is pretty bad, which they are in the black community, I do not see anything getting better anytime soon, because evidently we specialize in complaining, marching, wanting shit for free, and or stepping on your brother and sister who is trying to come up and maybe pull some people back with them. That said, my question is, black people, is everything bad in the community? Why all the damn complaining every day, nothing going good? Listen, that was a mouthful I don't think I need to say anymore. Listen, I'm just gonna tell you, I feel better after these rants. I'm hoping that you do too.
that is bullshit.
I cannot lose, I'll be winning. I cannot lose if I'm winning. I do not lose, I'll be winning. How can I lose when I'm winning?
Welcome to On Late Night. If this is your first time, you can find me in search, and when you do, just click on that handsome guy right there to go to my channel. Don't forget when you get there to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you can join and be a member. I have a lot of videos, shorts. Wow, look at that guy right there. He looks like he works out. Hope you're ready for a great show, and we'll see you on the other side.
Everything about you perfectly undone. And I was like a statue staring into the sun. If I jump, I will fall, guaranteed. 20 seconds later, I did. If I jump, I will fall, guaranteed. 20 seconds later, I did. And I'm going down, and I'm going down, and I'm going down again.
Okay, Paso Mufaso, it's that screenwriter, director, producer, Walt Diddy. I just saluted you. Welcome. You're on an early edition of On the Late Night. in with me tonight, absolutely sober, I may add. That is Dr. Red Pill Bearstein over here. Over that shoulder, one of the best mates that the UK, that's the United Kingdom, has to offer. That is Linus Millsbury, sitting in for Wellington Pumpernickel. You guessed it, I have a great show for you, and by now you're wondering, what you talking about, Walt Diddy? Why Gen Xers resent their boomer parents. Could it be possible? Could it be possible? I am the prototypical Gen Xer. That is right. I came of age in the 90s. A lot of you ladies that chill out with Walt Diddy on this channel, I know who you are. You're some 90s girls in the 90s world. A 90s girl. Yes, we're going to talk about that and a whole lot more. Topic of conversation. The discussion is powered by Gen Xers resents their boomer parents. Wow, could that be possible? Before we get too deep in said weeds, take a look to see if anybody is in the house. Shout out to the one, the only, the lovely Queena. Thank you so much, Sweetness, for always being in Walt Disney's corner. I'm not going to forget that. This channel shall blow. The economy will make it so. Queena says, salute Walt Diddy in the chat. Shout out to who's that in Walt Diddy's chat? Good dog. Who that supporting Walt Diddy like that? Good dog. Says peace, Walt Diddy and Queena. Shout out to you. Cut. This is a sensitive conversation. Resentment. Resentment means, if you do not know, you don't have to go to Webster's. I didn't even have to. Record a screenshot definition. Pretty much means unfavorable. A dislike, a disdain, or as you millennials and zillennials, who I hope will come over here and learn something, you would put it as feel some type of way. Gen Xers and our parents, we feel some type of way. We're going to talk about that and a whole lot more. Just remember, there's an exception to the rule, but the rule makes the exception. And I'm sorry, you wonderful boomer parent. You may be the exception. You're in the wrong place. We talk about the rule. Talking about the rule and a 46-year-old man that lived it. Who remembers the greatest generation? That was my grandparents. Who remembers the silent generation? That would be my Aunt Savannah. When I was growing up in the 80s, she was like 90-something years old. She remembered her slave mama. That's it. We're going to get right into said information because we lean ye not on our own understanding. Every man, whether you're a believer or not, pick up the King James version of the Bible. Oh, glory be to God. And read Proverbs. Lean ye not on thy own understanding. Also in said Proverbs, it tells you what type of woman to avoid, sir, but that's what you like. That's another video. I've already made it. Going straight to our conversation. This is powered by BuzzFeed via Yahoo. And the headline reads, I'm expected to take care of them when they didn't take care of me. Gen Xers, mean plural, are having complicated feelings about their parents, and it's sadly relatable. Now, Gen Xers, come on in. We're going to break bread. We're going to talk together. And millennials and zillennials, you need to eavesdrop so you can see why you're feeling and suffering from what we're the Generation X. My generation is the new silent generation. When you think politics, let's go full screen for just a moment. We need to talk and let's lay all this out. Generation X, the MTV generation, the generation that said, hell yes, we like hip hop. That's why you have the Migos. We could have rejected it. If Gen X rejects MTV, BET, there's no Beyonce. There's no G.I.Z. There's no Kanye West for you to complain about. Taylor Swift, you can sit your ass down. Thank us. We are now the new silent generation. If I'm 46, the oldest generation Xers, my brother and some of his peers, almost in their mid-50s, meaning Gen Xers should be president of the United States. Gen Xers should be on the Supreme Court by now. Gen Xers should be the Speaker of the House. Gen Xers should own the keys to the empires of Hollywood. Perhaps Ye wouldn't be on his tirade. The Black Church, so on, so forth. So I just want to lay all that out. Just remember this conversation, the word resentment, look it up for yourself, also could mean unfavorable, a dislike, or a pure, you ain't shit. Let's get into said information. Once again, our conversation is powered by a BuzzFeed article via Yahoo News. And the headline reads, as you can clearly see, I'm expected to take care of them when they didn't take care of me. Gen Xers are having complicated feelings about their parents, and it's sadly relatable. Take it from this Gen Xer. I've made friends with alone, but it was a damn battle. And sadly, this damn article is relatable. It's relatable to my own personal experience. We're going to talk about that. It's relatable to my damn cousins, people that grew up around me, high school, so on, so forth, up to including today. So let's get right into the information. If you're a boomer, come on over. You might be the exception to the rule, but I'm not going to entertain your any comments. Now, we're talking about the damn rule. Talking about the rule. Because if society was operating like the exception, we're going to be having this damn conversation. So let's get right into said information as of right now. Paragraph number 1. If you do not, you was drunk yesterday. Listen, you sober today, you want to talk. Talking about, you always talking about you reading so they don't have to. You don't know? I'm reading so you don't have to. Generation X, born 1965 until 1980. That's roughly the generation. I'm 76 model, so I'm in the middle of that shit. So if you grew up, if you born in 83, 85, I relate to you because you was just a little younger, we was watching the same damn cartoons. The older millennials act more like Gen Xers. All right. The older Gen Xers move like boomers, i.e. the late Kevin Samuels. Yeah, he operated just like a boomer. We're going to talk about that too. Back to this article. What you talking about, Walt Diddy? Why Gen Xers resent their boomer parents. An article reads, Generation X, born between 1965 and 1980, often get left out of the generational conversations. I would agree. But some Gen X creators, Walt Diddy, are starting to change this, including Janet Martinez, MSLPC, a 48-year-old, 2 years older than me, Gen Xer, Texas-based counselor who's finding traction on TikTok after opening up about a trend she's seen in her Gen X clients. Before you trigger, she's a licensed counselor. Who's coming to her? Gen Xers. To deal with all this shit in their heads, we all suffer from a little bit of mental health issues here, there, and some of us work on them and some of us are still battling. Shout out to y'all that's still battling. Do not give it up. You're more than enough. You're worthy. This is what's powering the conversation. I'll be in the chat again halfway through. That is her, as you can see. That is TikTok. Gen X counseling issues. This is what she's dealing with in her practice. As you can see, she's not a chocolate woman, but I'm sure she has chocolate patience. This post via what's powering the conversation and the article, I may add, got 69,000 loves on TikTok, which I need to make an account. I am not. It has been pinned 5,000 times for your personal reference, and it has been shared 9,245 times. Something leads me to believe, Linus does too, it was Gen Xers. Let's continue right along with the information, and we're going to be conversating in between. Martinez, who posed as cursing counselor, has been a counselor for more than 20 years, and she took to TikTok to start a conversation about how Gen Xers are feeling as their parents get older and expect them to provide elder care. This is how this generation Xer and all of my cousins came up. Summers, we had grandmas. Weekend, grandmas. Hungry, go to damn grandma. Need money, grandma and grandpa. Now, that's why I say I can relate. I've told you Gen Xers is also, we are the young men and women that watched daddy walk out of the house. Now that we know in hindsight, here's some factors. I'm in rural North Carolina where white women and black women smoke crack cocaine. Yes, yes, yes. Smoked it, go back in time. So crack broke up families in the 90s, white and black. Us chocolates, what you see on TV. How do I know? I grew up hustling, and we had a rule. We didn't want colored customers. They don't damn pay. Who you think Biggie talking about? Think a crackhead pay you back, shit, forget it. We talking about the damn black ones, you fuckers. Some of you still owe me. That's another video. I've changed, thank God. Keep that in mind. What else is going on in the 90s while fathers went out? Well, you women and your textile mills and all your jobs, hell, I don't need him. Sure, does he make my legs shake and make me go, but hell, I can make my own money and I don't want to cooperate with said motherfucker. Get out. What else is going on in the 90s? Well, there's a lot of boomer women, white, black, Mexican, whoever. Check this out. Sit at home with their 3 kids and got $1,500 food stamps and what they called AFDC checks back then. Back then, you could sell food stamps. They came in motherfucking like money. So don't play with me. That was Generation X. That's the 90s. That's what NWA was talking about. That's what New Jack City, the backdrop. Look at that shit. Let's continue. In this video, she says, I'm Generation X. In my generation, we were basically feral. We sort of raised ourselves. Facts. Generation X, we raised our fucking selves. If you from Generation X, get in here, testify. Probably mom and daddy was working. How many of you was at homecoming by your damn self? I told the story, hell, my damn parents didn't even come to my high school graduation. Oh, my damn older brother. Now, Walt did it that smooth. Hey, I'm battle tested. I went through the dark side. If you watched Star Wars where Luke in Return of the Jedi had to go in that cave, I went in that motherfucking cave and came out. But there's a lot of people that's dealing with this. Generation X, as a whole, we raised our fucking selves, especially us blacks. Why do you think dope music that y'all actually, Generation X, we listen to dope dealing music. Music to damn make, damn, I'm finna hit the block, make me a couple thousand. Millennials, you are listening to and embracing dope, you are your own damn addict. You know what I'm saying? It was not cool for anybody in the crew to be snorting powder and doing exotic drugs. It did not go above gin and juice and marijuana with Gen X during our time. Not you millennials and zillennials, I'm gonna tell you why. You're yes, you're sipping lean. You some of you 20-year-olds cost you so much emotional pain, you have even went to opioids and Mepherson. Listen what she says. This is coming from white people. So imagine what was going on in the ghetto. In the video, she says, I'm Generation X. In my generation, we're basically feral. we sort of raised ourselves. Our parents were very busy doing their own thing. Is this not what men are complaining about? Where the fuck you think they learned it from? Where do you think your zillennial daughter learns to be a hot girl? From us Generation X women that watch her damn mama. A lot of men, white men, black men, Puerto Rican, got kicked the fuck out of the house in the 90s. Now, I'm serious. All kind of crazy laws started coming in the 90s, which leads to our parents were very busy doing their own thing. Lots of working parents, especially newly working parents. Who was that? More of our femininity going to mills and production lines. Newly working parents, and so we were latchy kids, and we were on our own a lot. You damn right. For the whole weekend, for the whole summer. There was no social media to tell on what mom and daddy was doing. My daddy left the house and never came back. Nothing. No birthdays, no nothing. During the 90s, don't you remember men, the deadbeat daddy posters in the damn post office and shit, you even see them on America's Most Wanted. The 90s. Don't you remember Generation Xers? We are the experiment with MTV, BET, and all the shit that's... We were the guinea pigs. Our boomer entrepreneurs and those above, we were they fucking guinea pigs. To get to you, Mr. Millennial and Zillennial, now they own you. If you notice, the balance of power has not changed. Since it was handed to them from the greatest generation, they haven't got it. They won't relinquish it. We're going to get into that. Let's go to the chat real quick just to see who's popped in. Topic of conversation is why Generation Xers resent their boomer parents. This is from an article from BuzzFeed. Here's the next question. Excuse me, the statement. We were basically feral. Ooh, look that word up. While Martinez acknowledges that some being busy as parents is unavoidable, bullshit, we all make decisions. This is what's so painful to some Gen Xers, and you're going to feel it too, millennial and zillennial, when it's your time. As adults, we know it's all about choices and decisions. We know it's not about intentions all the time. Sometimes, and most times, it's about results. Seriously. If you're a boomer parent, and I tell my mother, and we talk about her, she has nothing to show for all the bullshit. For being a single mother, she got nothing to show. Nothing. Social Security check. That inflation eats as if it was a piranha eating flesh. These are the realities. Generation X has seen the realities. Okay, all the bullshit that we went through, right? Listen, me and most of the homies on parents' night at football games, we walking out that motherfucker by ourselves or a teacher. You know it. A lot of me and the homies, we got cliques because the white coach seen talent in us and made sure we had the motherfuckers. This is the 90s. Come on in here. Don't go get entertained. Let me help you. This therapy class tonight. This is the 90s. The 90s was us kids taking food stamps in stores, buying stuff, coming out with change, giving it to our parents for gas. This is the 90s. The 90s was black men, boys like me coming through the damn drug wars, the crack wars. These are the 90s. These are the 90s. It was like, here's something. Look at this again. I'll read it from the beginning. While Martinez acknowledges that some being busy as parents is unavoidable, true, she says that the emotional neglect many Gen Xers experience is now taking a toll. Facts. Go to the black manosphere. The major motherfuckers, there's Gen X men. I'm a Gen X man. I shouldn't be single. In a real, more holistic, moral world, I'm married or something at 46. It is very painful for Gen Xers and you boomers to be trying to be dating at our ages. You don't want to play the games, but that's why it's called a dating game. What else is going on? That very neglect that you received, Gen Xers, that's exactly what you're giving your damn millennial kids. You're only going to be able to put into your children what was put into you, one way or another. Either it was put into you as we were growing up in the 80s and 90s, or you stumbled across a mentor, or you did as Walt Diddy did. You have to go in that dark ass cave and face all your damn fears. You have to take a deep breath and you look at the very ones that you may have resented and you check their asses and told them, like, this is what it was. Don't get it twisted. I'm a grown man. I remember exactly how it was. And also, here's something I'll throw in as me. I do believe the Bible. Honor thy mother and father. It does not say like or love they fucking asses. Whatever love is. They don't say like them. I, for one, I don't like too many. I don't like none of them in my family. All the bummers. Selfish as hell. All of them was giving land, all kind. They all fucked it up. There's roads named after my family. We don't even own it no damn way. Ain't no chocolate people there. So, but I honor and respect. It's still yes ma'am and no ma'am to all my aunties and uncles. You get what I'm saying? This is what these Generation Xers are trying to reach. They were lonely. All right. This is what I know. My grandfather, my grandmother was a nurturer. To all of my damn daddy and them was spoiled. My uncle he came after never left again. Never left again. Grandma took care of his ass. All of us. I remember both of my grandmothers. I remember a lot of grandmothers. That's who was in the church. Them was damn women, was nurturers. They ain't had no damn job either. I put that out there too. Grandma, work. Shit, I was damn popo for taking his ass to what she gonna watch the damn guy in order when I was a kid. Grandma and my older aunties, they starting their day with the damn Price is Right. They gonna watch the local news. Here come damn Young and the Restless. Bold and beautiful. As the world turns, then the damn guiding light. And she was up in the damn black chick. She was on the other side of the fix with Days of Our Lives in it. Don't play with me. I got a lot of my game from Victor Newman. Didn't tell you no shit. Ain't gonna tell you no shit. Listen, I think he was trying to manipulate me. Oh, our relationship. Been married to Nikki. Nikki, dump her ass next week. Shit. 3 seasons later. It's time for you and I to get back together. And that's what happens. Back to this. And Gen X, like, share, subscribe with the notification bell. Dislike. Uh-oh. That is the Generation Xer. Millennial. Do you know why you love this? Well, hell, we got indoctrinated by that. Cartoons. The TV raised me. Most of the shit I know, my values come from television. Thank God Grandpa liked good Westerns. I picked up a lot of morals from Matt Dillon, Gunsmoke. Starring James Arnaz as Matt Dillon. Loved it. In the heat of the night, showing me how to damn play with, versatility, showing me how to work with the Southern white man. We go well, we respect each other. Am I going fishing with him all the time? No. Do you want me to put the naughty on his daughter? Maybe not. But shit, that's natural. What I'm saying is, read this. Yep, now this is from a commenter, Gen Xer. Yep. Made worse by the fact that we grew up watching shows like Family Ties, Growing Pains, and Full House showing us how it could be. Facts. That's how we learn. A lot of this comes out of me was watching them damn shows about family. Forgiveness, being grateful. How to experience the holidays. I'm giving you this game. I'm the Gen Xer. Me, my mother, my brother, my father. My daddy been gone for years. Me and my brother, and we never together on Thanksgiving. No holidays. Most Generation X, hearing the words, I love you, shit. A hug when you need it? No, you're not getting that shit. Notice, I don't know about you and where you from. I watched the greatest generation treat the damn boomer spoiled asses like that. I'm talking about y'all. Y'all went from Woodstock High to taking all the damn money, property that the greatest generation fought for, died for, and saved for, and said, fuck Generation X, we ain't giving y'all shit. We gonna die with everything. We gonna keep voting to extending our life. We're gonna try to live forever. Generation X, sorry. But yeah, think about those shows. If you're in any male spaces, men that's talking about the woman, that's why we desire that type of woman. She don't really exist. And I'm not knocking women. This is showing you hell. She's got to be created. It's a fucking fantasy. We get to go, we watched in the 90s these fantasy family shows, expecting that when we got older, I did, to get a fucking reality. It seemed like women were smart enough to know, this is entertaining, but this bullshit. This ain't what we saying. And I'm not knocking, you get what I'm saying? A Generation X woman and an older millennial knew, whether consciously or unconsciously, that Family Ties, Growing Pains, Full House, and all your fun-loving family shows was bullshit. Hindsight is 2020. I'm 46 now. I'm looking at my generation, the women that I went to school with, blah, 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 and the older millennials I know. Subconsciously or consciously, they knew, you see the little boy in front of that shit. What's the difference? You complain about it, Gen Xers and those that make content. Why do you think the millennials and zillennials don't have shows like that? Because it's bullshit. That's what's blowing our minds. Wow, was America always like this? Yes. They put us in front of that TV, put you in front of this phone, and finally figure it out as these Generation Xers, and you will too, millennial and zillennial. Can your mind handle it? Can your mind handle it? Moving right along. Unfortunately, we all get older if you live long enough, and this paragraph explains it. Now our parents are older and they need us. Facts. Did I not tell you, and I've told it to her damn face as politely as I can, what was all the single mother pride bullshit, not asking for help? Even my aunts, see, and a lot of us that grew up in the 90s, there wasn't receipt. We wasn't getting it from our uncles. No. Man, the 90s was a rough time for all of us. White, black, Mexican, whatever. I first saw divorce in the white community, and I'm from a rural community in North Carolina. I am serious. Don't you remember movies like Kramer versus Kramer? You need to go back and do your history with this paragraph. Now our parents are older and they need us. And many of us are struggling because we were not taken care of. But now we are expected to take care of them, and that's creating a lot of issues. I can relate. The reason I don't have that issue, I realized after coming out of that cave of darkness back into the light where I can finally see now, that is really my duty. Now, the ultimate duty goes to my older brother, which I will break to him. For the last year or so, I've been driving by, leaving 75 on the table, blah, blah, blah. Because the Bible tells me, honor thy mother and father. I'm here to tell you that she could have early terminated my ass. Could have assaulted me mentally fit. I didn't get none of that. I got emotional neglect and pure extreme poverty. She got new dresses, but that's another video. That's why I have to honor her, and I'm not going to let her be out on the street and suffer. Because the red pill, understanding the world, seeing how everything played out politically, socially, feminism, this ism, that ism. I'm telling you, men, if you feel this way, and women, if you're Generation X, pick up the King James Version of the Bible, think, meditate, and remember to honor thy mother and father. It does not say like them. It does not say want to go see them. It does not say want to have a conversation and be lit up with joy. Honor thy mother and father. Honor thy duty. The woman wasn't assaulting me, beating me like hell, and you know what I'm saying? She went over the damn top a lot, but I hope I'm making this very, very clear to you. I'm not one that, I don't know shit about my mama much. My brother, her, they two. He the golden child, the oldest. I'm the youngest. I'm the twin. Twin passed away. You get what I'm saying? So I'm also keep in mind, us Gen Xers, the 80s generation, the Gordon Gecko, greed is good, went batshit crazy a little bit too. The cocaine, the speed, all the stuff they was taking, you know what I'm saying? So everybody go through things. So if you can find it in your heart to either A, lean on a strong faith, or B, just do it like Walt Diddy did. You go in that damn dark, you gotta go in the darkness, in the cave. It's scary in there. It's lonely in there. You may have to be in there for days, weeks, months, or even years like I was to now be at the point where shit don't bother me no damn more. I'm my own. I do the hell I want to do. And I know my duty as a man is to honor my daddy gone. I told him about it, what it was. We made peace. He gone. Mama, she know. I told her what it was. To her damn face. I'm serious. Politely. And did not get in. There's a few interruptions. We either gonna talk about this or I'm about to leave and see when I see you. Anyway, honor thy mother and father. Don't say like them. Don't say call them every day. Don't even say send a Christmas card. But I ain't gonna let the woman be on the street. Now back to this paragraph. Now our parents is older, so that's where we are right now. Quick look in the chat. I won't hold you a whole lot. Shout out to NC Worker. This right here for North Carolina. Come on, raise up. Says good evening, everyone. Shout out to the Grand Madam. Shout out to the Grand Madam. Shout out to the boomer generation. Also, I don't know who is, and it's not a shout at you if you're the exception to the rule, because I seen the exception. But the rule is, a lot of us generation, my generation, if you're born from 1965 to 1980, we raised our damn self. We really did. We really did as a whole. We received a lot of adult content up to including porn, going to R movies. Hey, when I'm 6 years old, I can go in the store and buy my damn grandma and them. Me and my cousin, he was 8, I was 7, little cuz was 6. We go to the store and buy, hey, we need grandma and pop off cigarettes, give them to us. Pop off get drunk, hell, we done went in the pack. You see what I'm saying? Drinking. It was not taboo for 12, 13-year-olds in Generation X driving in the country, drinking damn beer. What you think happens? We're gonna see. Moving right along in the article. Says in the comments, many of Janet's fellow Gen Xers and Gen X counselors are chiming in to say how much they can relate. If you're just joining me, like, share, subscribe, and the notification bell. The topic of conversation is why Gen Xers resent their boomer parents. Now, resent, if you look up the word, put that disclaimer in the beginning, unfavorable. So we're just gonna take it as these are unfavorable. I'm very, very unfavorable to how I was raised. The support I got from all these sisters, I got so many damn uncles and aunts that didn't get, anyway. And a lot of my cousins grew up just like I did. I went in the cave, stayed there for years. I finally came out. I'm good. I honor my mother. I ain't gonna sit here and tell you I like the damn woman. I mean, I ain't gonna be calling her for conversation. It's official business when we talk. I go over there and get something to eat. Hey, will you go to the store for me? No problem. Just got a plate. I'm sorry. I don't know what the hell you want me to do. Let's go to the comments. So they wouldn't look like an asshole like Walt Diddy may look to some of y'all. They blurred out their pictures. Fellow Gen X therapist here. I am seeing this too in my own experience and with clients. Parents still want us to make up the emotional difference. So all you men in these male spaces like the Black Manosphere, I can sense it. So, oh, he emotionally disturbed. You got two choices. First, lean the Lean not on thy own understanding. 2, get you a good spiritual face. If you don't believe in God, that's fine. 3, you're going to take your ass in that dark cave to face all them traumas. And either you're going to come out as Walt Diddy did, a better man, understanding, okay, oh girl, dude, they're going through some shit. We talked about it. I feel better. I honor my mother. She ain't going hungry. You run over there, go over there right now, fucking with her. Don't let me catch you. You getting it? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show you what the book told me to do. I'm gonna protect her and I'm gonna provide for her. Do I like my upbringing? Hell no. Do I tolerate any of that from her? Hell no. I just leave and she'll see me. I'm serious. I'm not gonna cuss her and be rude to her. I look at her like James Evans. You know what I mean? Okay. Let's continue. And I would do it with my father too. But honor thy mother and father. I really mean that. Next one says, you have described my situation perfectly. It is downright eerie. These are people now that's facing their boomer parents after the pandemic, late 60s, 70s, 80s, that now need attention. Someone to watch their finances to make sure they have what they need to buy the medicines and therapies and surgeries. Now they're dependent on the very ones that didn't receive the cheapest thing you can give someone is some attention. Some positive attention. It does not cost. Now, if you're the exception to the rule, I've seen great boomer parents. And I've told you my brief story, and I believe it honor thy mother and father. So I'm gonna leave it there. But these are what we're getting. Check this out. The next one says, yes, X is riding a huge unseen wave of resentment. I know it to be true. My brother, who was the golden child, he got a little bit more, but emotional support, I know he thinks like I do. But mama mid-70s, hunchback, walking over, hard to hell, you get what I'm saying? It's only a matter of time before he or I either moving in with her, which, hey, I still got, do it look like it? Or putting her in a home. She ain't gonna go to a home 5 years from now. No, no, hell no, you have to kill her. No, I'm serious, she's not gonna do it. She's a cancer too. No. She don't go too far, no. Now, she really cares for us, she just don't know how to express it. That's another video. Check this out. Deep down in his heart of hearts, he know what I know. And he know as the elder and the so-called, and he is, the preacher's son, I know where she going. I'm finna get missing anyway. I tried to warn him. Listen, I'm gonna leave here like a damn thief in the night. One day, hey, nigga, bro, where you at, little bro? Shit, Mexico, somewhere, any damn where. Anyway, let's continue. Here is some more information. Continuing on with the article. We'll be full screen and I'll get your comments. Drop your comments. And others shared how they've been working through these feelings and trying to do better than their parents. Don't do that. No. Be yourself. Do what's right. That's all you got to do. If you're putting all this pressure on yourself to be better than your daddy, you setting yourself up for some major failures. Because that's all relative and superficial. You be the best you can be. You do what's right by yourself, by your family, your kids, people you love, and you're going to be okay. If you got any issues about if you're a Gen X on how we came up, I've told you what you got to do. You got to face it. You ain't get no damn younger. You ain't no younger. And it also says a few people also dropped by to say that they had great parents and don't relate. Not every Gen Xer will resonate with the experience, but for those who do, it can bring deep feelings. And to those Gen Xers, I say bullshit. You seen your cousins, you seen your damn friends, you went to high school. Bullshit. The movies American Beauty and all of them is about the breakdown of the social dynamic and fucking how it was really going down in the 90s. Bullshit. You had great parents. I told you, I know them, but they had to see me. They had to see their cousins. They had to see their teammates. They had to see their bandmates. They see the other cheerleaders. Bull. Shit. Now that we're on the same page with that, let's continue. Here's another comment. TikTok is interesting. I never realized that Gen X were all dealing with the same thing. I decided to move past the anger and help. Be better than them. I agree. I ain't trying to be better than no damn body. I'm trying to be the best me, but I do agree. I let that shit go. I look back at me, my marriage, how it went, and we all go through things. Now, I am not a biological parent. I ain't got no kids. I got no wife, got no girlfriend. Let me know if you're single in the chat. Hey, never know. That's another video. Check this out. You know that Gen X. If you Gen X or a boomer, you've seen them. You've seen Little Man, Little Riri. You know them in the hood. Don't give me that. But I would agree. Honor thy mother and father. You got to find it. Mature enough. You can control a lot of things. And sometimes our parents are so embarrassed and, shall I say, have some skeleton. There's some things that them not telling you protected you as a kid also. So I'm giving you a little bit of wiggle room. I'm not trying to dog every single boomer. There's a lot of respect, but most of y'all, some selfish, you know what I'm saying, is what it is. Just look at politics. Article, we're about finished. Article goes on to say, Martinez told BuzzFeed that she first noticed this trend last year. That lockdown did a lot of things to us as a society here in the United States of America and around the world. A lot of people had to do soul searching. And I think that's what's happened with Generation X. Once again, it started by saying Martinez told BuzzFeed that she first noticed this trend last year. We were still in the height of the beer plague. The country was divided and older parents were asking their Gen X kids for more financial help, daily care, and emotional support. Facts. The boomers were batshit scared as hell when that beer plague dropped. And a lot of y'all still go to a store. Who got on them damn, who's wearing the mask? The article ends by saying a client said, I'm expected to take care of them when they did not take care of me. And then I began tracking how much this was coming up with other clients as well. Wow, that's a tough position because it's not easy to have to tell your parents, you know, okay, man, listen, man, this shit messing with me. I understand. I've been there. And it won't be, if you got certain parents, you know, they're not going to be trying to hear it. So therefore, these people are seeking therapists and psychiatrists. Here you go. Look at the meme. I just remember that being a mother isn't your strong suit. Ladies, I'm willing to think that ladies are more affected in Generation X than us Gen X men. Most of the girls, let's go back, men, that we dated in the 90s and 2000s. Look at the character in, what is it? It is a great movie with, what's the girl? Clueless. Look at Clueless. The relationship, I think, Claire and her father. Take a look at that. She's raising her fucking self. Watch any 90s movies from Ferris Bueller, who's more like a book, but you get what I'm saying? They're raising themselves. Every 90s movies from the Goonies and shit, they off on adventures by the damn self. Like, where's these motherfuckers' parents? Oh no. I'm telling you this. And if you're just joining me, what you did to us Gen Xers is put us in front of the TV. There's your babysitter. We're going out. Come back wasted. Some of you on crack, others on cocaine, smoking way too much reefer. This is the truth. But we were watching Family Matters, Full House, Family Ties. You know what I'm saying? And something is telling me now, men, you need to listen. These ladies, Gen Xers, millennials, zillennials, they know it subconsciously or consciously. That's bullshit. But they can't tell us. It would kind of, I don't know how to explain it. Stay with me. I think my cousins, women I dated from the 90s, in the 90s, 2000, knew the shit us boys were internalizing from our family value shows was bullshit. That was escapism, me watching it. I connected it. Listen, with a love, I bet we've been together for 1,000,000 years. One of you girls are singing. And I bet we'll be together for 1,000,000 more. What would we do, baby, without us? That's Family Ties. If you're from the 90s, you already sang sha-la-la-la. There it is. Look at the meme. I just remember that being a mother isn't your strong point. Strong suit, excuse me. Wow. Uh-oh. Let's go back to this. Make sure we get it highlighted. I want you to see where we're at. We got to finish this up. I'm sorry, but this is, wow, intriguing. This wasn't everyone's experience, pretty much, right? So just want to get that out again there. It was painful for me starting all conference in football to see the motherfucker on the bench. Damn, he ain't even get to play until we blew these motherfuckers out. Damn parents was there. Awards day. Bank. Do you raise your hand? I seen you white boys too at football at the damn awards banquet. We there by our goddamn self. Might get dropped off. Gets right back. I'm telling you this game. I'm seeing this. So I can imagine some of y'all that's in California, Houston, with a more diverse high school back in the 90s. You seen Pedro by damn self. Julio by damn self. Alex, he's a white guy, you correct, by himself. Peter, Fuji, he's Asian. His parents came. Let's continue. Uh-oh. Tell me you didn't hear this in the 90s, white, black, Puerto Rican, Haitian. Stop crying or I'll give you something to cry about. To this day, I cannot be vulnerable with most people. Men, here you are, here's your damn help. You dating a 30-plus-year-old woman, 30-year-old women got Gen X aunties they learned from. And guess what? They were taught from, stop crying, I'm gonna give you something to cry about. You just fell and scraped your goddamn knee. Stop crying, I'm gonna give you something. And you wanna know why your millennial is desensitized. This is not my information. I know. Miss Boomer, ma'am, you're a great mother. Shout out to you. How old are you? About 60-something? You still cute? Put your damn name in on the list, on the Walt Disney list. That's not gonna change this conversation. That ain't gonna change the conversation. Moving right along. Let's speed it up just a little bit. Gen X riding a wave of resentment. Wow. The reactions or behaviors have varied in response to these feelings. Overall, most people suck it up and take care of their parents out of feeling of duty and love. What did I just tell you? If she was my aunt, her black ass would be on her own. I'm trying to help y'all. You been telling you where your son. I'm serious. But the Bible tells me to honor my mother and father. The Bible tells me this woman didn't listen. She went too far sometimes, but she wasn't keeping me in a damn closet alone. You know what I'm saying? Tie me up, drop me off in the damn woods 50 miles away and make me walk home. I didn't receive all that. Of course, most time I grew up in my damn grandpa's house, mama. I loved it. Papa and mama. Papa was the shit. Papa was the shit. You go to jail, guess what he tell you? See you when you get back. No, I ain't collect call from county jail. Will you set the call? Hell no. Ain't that motherfucker up. I watched him in action. I'm like, damn, I love this shit. Him and Grandma playing damn cards. Grandma cheating. Junior, ain't she cheating? Like, God damn, Grandma be giving me money to go to the store. I ain't want to say nothing. Lord, Junior, you tell him I ain't been cheating. God damn it, boy, what I ask you? Somebody knock on the door. Do, 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 do. Grandma and them only had a phone. Everybody else had to come over and use the damn phone. Like, hell yeah, let me go on that damn door. Moving right along. Also, there's an idea of being the better person and breaking the cycle, which I agree. Everybody go through things, but also here's a meme from a Gen Xer. You're not alone. Wow. Goes on to say, but she says that for some people, limiting or cutting off parental contact may be a better option. Wow. Well, I hate for that to have to happen. And it won't in my family. But here's another one. This is interesting. Yes, I'm sorry. Here's a meme right here, you see. Well, actually, it's a comment put on a picture. Yes, I just stare and I'm shocked when my mom expects me to have compassion over her emotional outbursts. My emotions were never mattered as a child. This is more of a warning. I'm telling you, if you think emotions make you cry sometimes, make you fall in love. That's one of H-Town's best songs. They used to come on at the club. I just happen to be available. Them on that fast dancing. That's on the video. A commenter says, yes, I just stare and I'm shocked when my mom expects me to have compassion over her emotional outbursts. My emotions never mattered as a child. Wow. If you're watching this, boomer, Xer, millennial, if you got kids, blah, 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 just heed these warnings and take my advice. Get a strong spiritual faith if you're dealing with this, or go in that damn cave for either a day, month, years, however long it takes, and you come out feeling like I do, like, okay, and that shit a long time ago. You know, hey, Walt Diddy got, you know what I'm saying? I gotta be Walt Diddy. I honor my mother. Do I like her? Depends on what's going on. Will I let you harm her? I'm gonna get you out of here, sir. You even holler, cuss my mama, I'm gonna put my foot in your fucking ass on the spot. And then I'm gonna ask her when we get home, what the hell you doing that damn dude? I ain't did nothing. You did something. I mean, kind of like Eddie Murphy. When Eddie called, Eddie, why you put you in the eye, Eddie? You did something. You did something to him, Eddie. Eddie, man, just don't push you in the eye. I'm be like, mama, this motherfucker, man, what? That's something, you sleep with that old dude? Anyway, that's another video. Let's continue right along. But as you can see, that's the gist of everything. Now, notice these comments. People, let me hit the play button here. People, you see that? Were typing their ass off as I was getting comments, which we're a little too long in the segment, and I don't want to go too far into the weeds, and I want to incorporate a full screen conversation. So if you're just wondering, you're just coming in, what you talking about, Whoa, did it? Why Gen Xers resent their boomer parents? We're the Gen Xers, all right? Us black people, we love Nirvana too. Here we are now, entertain us. The 90s, Beavis and Butthead, Cornholio. I'm Cornholio, are you threatening me? Love that episode. Do not give Beavis no damn sugar or caffeine. He going crazy. Yo, MTV Raps. We are the generation of BET. We're the generation of Hammer Time, had a cartoon. I will never never forget on Teen Summit on BET when Tupac Shakur dissed MC Hammer and called him a coon on TV. And we shouldn't have let that go. Even though Tupac was talented, in hindsight, that was bullshit. Hammer was everything good about music and a person. giving, believed in God. But yeah, that's another video. Good old Super Nintendo. Top Gun was the damn movie. If you're wondering, what you talking about, Diddy? Why Gen Xers and boomers, why Gen Xers resent their boomer parents. It's taken from that article. It's not my information. But I do know the word resentment, and most words have plural definitions. And here's something, the easiest way to think about the word resentment in this conversation and in this context: unfavorable. And it's mostly a warning why I'm bringing this to you. I'm telling you, it was rough growing up. Me and my mother don't see eye to eye and probably never will. But I'm going to honor the woman, you know. I wasn't tied up and let damn dogs come bite me and shit. It was horrible, don't get me wrong. But it seems a lot of Gen Xers, and there's millions, because on this very TikTok video that I just shared with you, wow, I mean, 64,000 likes, that is a whole lot. Show out to Luis. What's happening, Gunner? Check it out. I don't know how Gen X, I'm convinced we raised ourselves. We raised ourselves. And now after reading that article, and this was white therapists, and I'm sure mostly white, some Latino, and I don't imagine what Generation X women feel like. Because I know I raised myself mostly, unless I was at my grandparents. And maybe we were even torturing ourselves as Generation X men watching Family Matters, Full House, those family shows. And I'm convinced now, definitely the older generation of the millennials and Gen X women, they knew unconsciously or either consciously it was fucking bullshit because of what she was experiencing. Because we've always talked about in these male spaces, her intuition. Before it's all tampered with and go through a bunch of shit, especially a younger woman that hasn't been physically traumatized, she can feel the damn world. She knew it was bullshit. We blamed them a lot for this optical illusion, but no. It was the very boomers giving us this type of programming. If you're a Generation X man, you survive whether you're white, Hispanic, Latino, Puerto Rican, shout out to you Haitians, the drug crack wars, every community. I told you earlier, the block that I hustled on, way back, our customers was vanilla. Like, damn, here come this nigga wanting $5 people. What's that, $5? I'm serious. Watch any of your drug dealing movies up to including Minister Society. Who coming through there to see Chance and them? You guessed it. And BMWs and shit. Destroy the community. If you go back to the 90s, you see a lot of beautiful women one day, and it's Memphis taking that same path. She was beautiful in 96. Well, let's say 94, but by 98, she looked like she's 75. She started smoking the shit when she was 24. So what I'm doing is pretty much giving a warning. If you feel like what I read in this article, first of all, look in that mirror and forgive yourself for feeling bad about yourself. One, look at your life experience. Maybe you were married and dating. She didn't come from your family. Look back at that relationship and kind of look back then at the entire generation. Because the boomers really thought they were living the Gordon Gekko life of greed is good, the Miami Vice life, fast times. A lot of the boomers thought they were living the Nino Brown life in New Jack City. A lot of those things. I also remember Generation X, we are the guinea pigs to this very device. The reason I put everything you see on the thumbnail, we lived in front of the television, right? First, they gave us the Sony Walkman so we could be mobile If nothing else, to hear our favorite music. Well, you know it, the Nintendo, hit you with the PlayStation in the mid-90s, and guess what? We can watch movies and shit. This is cool. The porn experiment, they gave it to Generation X, us, for free. Before they mastered it with you millennials and zillennials, they started letting us have it for free. So this is a lot of things. All right. The reason you see MC Hammer there in the 90s, before NWA really catapulted, I know you watched the movie, but that's not how it happened. Rap was really a clean genre. Dancing, little party on Saturdays. Hey, be a clean, straight up black man, woman. Until the boomer, Teddy Riley, dropped a rump shaker. All I want to do is zoom, 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 and the boom, boom. We watched Rap City, Yo MTV Raps, and over there on BET Rap City, them on back of the boat shaking their asses like salt shakers. The industry never looked back. It's another video, but it's factual. Ladies and gentlemen, if you wonder what I'm talking about, I'm telling you why Gen Xers resent their boomer parents. Resentment is something, hate is where you went to the extreme. It's not extreme to have resentments for our parents and upbringing. What's dangerous is not resolving it. What's dangerous if, like I said, one of my resentments till I had to get over it was I grew up with no fucking running water in my house until I was in like 12th grade. No sleepovers, man, embarrassed for people to come by the spot. It's painful. But I also had to look at it in another light. That nasty ass house, I was not a prisoner. I did go to grandma's. There was time when she had extra, she put it in my damn hand. For some reason, I get sick. Oh my God, she's springing into action. I'm serious, to this day. I can call now and tell her I'm sick. It's something that'll snap in her, and she'll go through hell and high water to make sure I'm back to health. And then hell, she. That said, I believe in honor thy mother and father. Do not go try to harm my mama. Don't you raise your damn voice at my mama. If she need it, unless I done gave it to her, and I know she don't need it, like, wait a minute, I ain't got no $50 damn. And I ain't gonna say damn. Listen, woman. I'm gonna say woman. I said, listen, woman, I'm gonna call you. You know, I don't wanna call him. I know you don't, but you're going to. Honor thy mother and father. First thing to do is look in that damn mirror, forgive yourself for how you've been feeling and holding yourself accountable. If you can, have the conversation with your parent. It's not going to be easy. You may have to work up the nerve, and until you can do it respectfully, without yelling, cussing, and you women, y'all will go to damn fighting, that kind of shit, work on yourself first. But I just gave you the reasons why Gen Xers resent their boomer parents. In a nutshell, reason number one was lack of emotional availability. Work, 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 work. What are you men talking about now? Oh, she can't bond with me. It ain't cause about who she done had sex with. It's because of this has been passed on. Work, 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 work. All the ladies independent. My grandma and them, and I'm telling you, I remember grandma at a certain age too. Wasn't on no damn independent shit. She gonna sit there. Listen, it ain't gonna take her but 2 hours to do every damn thing she needs to do in the house. Why? She delegate. Boy, go do that. Go do that. Go do that. I need to go cook your papa something to eat. Papa come home and drive the truck. Guess what? Their plate there. He don't know that shit was delegated, and it only took her out of 10 hours he been gone. 2. She spends 2 hours of energy. He spends 10. Here's some bullshit. Get cut off and track it. Hey, black motherfucker. And that's coming from a black man. She spent 2 hours and grandma worked there. Black women are more educated. Guess what? Papa let her do the damn books. But he knew how much money he's supposed to have, and he had it. Papa put 2 through college, Marines, this, that, and the other, grandkids. Hell, all of us done lived there. See the difference. Also, remember, number one is why Not all. Some of you boomers were great parents, I told you, but that's part of the pain when you had to watch your cousins, your friends get treated like, damn, shit. You mean they come to your football games? I ain't never seen them. Wow. Homecoming. Parents there, sister there, the whole family cheering for a motherfucker. That kind of thing. Another reason that we learn from this is physical. A hug. Bitch just being there. All right. And here's something that we need to think about how our boomer parents were raised. I mean, the 80s was a crazy time. You know, cocaine was sold as it was cool, led to mass addiction of all shades. But here's something I want you to think about also. Don't be so judgmental to these millennials and zillennials if you're a Gen Xer, because we are the forgotten generation. We should be in power and control in major industries. It's not. The boomers still run shit. Selfishly. I'm going to get on y'all's ass a little bit. From your church to local government. Well, there's some millennials on city council. Who's running it? Who's running it? If there's a city council of 10 members, call it 11, I can guarantee you 85% of them boomers. And they're going to caucus together to keep power. They're going to keep power. They're trying to die with it. Nancy Pelosi. Who do you think these people are? Even Donnie J. Who the hell do you think these people are? The boomers know that. Generation X, we won't come to power. We're already competing. We're going to be competing with the millennials out of the game. So therefore, if you're Gen X, the best thing you can do, if you're maybe you're divorced, alone, blah, 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 work on yourself. Go back in time. See how the dude in the middle that kind of look like Paul Ryan, former Speaker of the House? Go back in time, remember those times. That's why I put, those are my times on this. I remember Nirvana. I'm going to download and put it on my damn playlist. I come from the Hammer to the gangster rap generation. Loved watching Beavis and Butthead. Yo, MTV Raps, Fab Five Freddy. Absolutely. That's right. And then BET came with Rap City the Basement. Loved it. Loved it. Top Gun. The movie of the damn 90s, 80s, whenever the fuck it was. It was great. But there's a lot of Gen Xers that are emotionally disturbed. Look in the chat real quick. Resenting parents. Been there, done that, time wasted. Absolutely. Both deceased. I dealt with my own back. Yeah. And that's what I mentioned that, Grand Madam. Gen Xers, we are the generation that watched our daddies walk out. Damn why. We're not getting into that. You millennials are the generation that's watching your damn mamas kick me in out on the regular. None of that's good. Ma'am, you're not like that. Sir, you're not. I understand. I know there's an exception to the rule, and the exception is hundreds of thousands, millions of people, exception to the rule, but we're talking about the rule because, you see what I'm saying? Absolutely. Shout out to the homie. 5280 Cinema Group is in here, says salute. Diddy, I say salute to you, fam. If you notice me, that's why a lot of y'all don't know me, and it still matters for the content when I do, but you're not going to know me. I didn't come to that space with resentment. Watch Return of the Jedi. Luke Skywalker, Yoda, that damn cave. He had to go in there and face his fears. And that fear was you could become Vader, your damn self. That's what you feared, Gen Xer, becoming what you had disdain for, becoming what was unfavorable to you, becoming the very damn thing you resent. And if you're forced or in a position like myself where I'm going to honor my mama, I ain't going to let her damn be hungry and shit. If you're not dealt with these things, like I just said, like the Grand Madam just told you about, you're going to have a damn tough road to hoe, as my grandmother would say. And I don't mean 304's women. I mean a tough road to hoe, like setting up a row to plant seeds of corn, tomatoes, watermelons, or anything like that. Time is 11:46 in the PM. Walt Diddy has a lot of editing to do. Dr. Red Pill, just told me in my ear it's time for him to drink his nightcap. Time to end this shit. I feel you, fam. And Linus Millsbury got a plane to catch. Weatherton Pumpernickel be back in studio tomorrow. Hope you've enjoyed the show. If you're wondering, what you talking about, Wo Diddy? I told you why Gen Xers resent their boomer parents. There's an exception to the rule, but the rule makes the exception. And we were talking about the rule. Trust me, I am one that had to deal with those resentment issues. There are a lot of good boomers, a lot of good boomer parents. That made the shit more painful. I'm going on the record by saying that, ladies, I think I'm starting to figure it out. You older millennial women, I say you more mature millennial and Gen Xer women, when us boys was loving watching Family Ties, Growing Pains, Family Matters, Full House, you either knew unconsciously or consciously that was bullshit, and you probably knew like, hot damn. That's probably why you're attracted to the dudes that lean towards the bad boy kind of imagery. I was in the middle. I didn't give a damn. And if it was on, I watched it. I watched Full House because the weird girl DJ's friend, she got older. I'm checking out the chicks. I'm serious because I watched The Young and the Restless. I got a lot of game. I look at the women and I learned who them like. You men talk about game. If you've not watched soap operas, you ain't got no damn game. You weren't watching Victor Newman, son. I'm not going to tolerate it. Get out of my sight. You a damn enemy of Victor Newman. You knew it, Jack. I'm going to take his damn woman. And Tucker, he did. I fucks with the Victor Newman. I'm a Victor Newman kind of man. You going to sit there and argue with your ass? And we're not going to argue with you. When I see you again, it's going to be on. Whatever the hell. Victor Newman, shout out to Victor Newman. Young and the Restless. I learned. Now I understand my cousins, my female cousins, that's Gen Xers and millennials. I understand your struggle. They pumped our men, us men, young boys' head, older millennial men and Generation X men with bullshit television programming movies. And all along you knew it was bullshit. You wasn't receiving it in your home. How in the hell you want me to give you what I'm not receiving, you dumbass man? But you couldn't tell us that, and I understand. Listen, it is now 11:49 in the p.m. The late night is upon us. Tomorrow's Monday, the beginning of some people work week, and some of you that's full-time content creators, how the hell are you pulling that off? I don't know. I'm trying. I'm wishing you the best week you've ever had in said life. I also want you to know this, and this is very important. If you're dealing with any type of resentment for your parents, first thing you do is not go talk to them, confront them. You look in that damn mirror and you get yourself straight. Go and tell you how self that you're more than enough. You're worthy. Right? You cannot control how you was raised, and you do not know the whole story. There's some things you're going to find out, as I did, was to protect your damn ass. Emotionally. Anyway. But if you can find it in your heart to either lean on your faith or go in that cave, deal with all those traumas, whether it takes you 1 day, 1 hour, 1 month, or years like it took me, come out and honor thy mother and father. If you got to put them in some type of a home and give them care, don't let them be mistreated, because your actions are being seen by your children and people that's younger than you, and you shall be judged for what you do or do not do. Let's not lead with hate. Sometimes it may take months or even years to be able to have the full conversation, but I'm wishing that you look in that mirror, be as lucky as I was when I figured out, damn, Walt Diddy not only got a ripped chest, he got some special inside of him. I know for a fact you have just as much, if not more. It's time to let it out, let it out. You see it right here? Let it out. Let it out. And start looking for that peace. Honor thy mother and father. I didn't tell you to like them. Me and my mama, I'm not calling to go take her to lunch tomorrow. I will, but I ain't. But I honor. I'm not going to wish nothing upon my mama, But you go down there fucking with her, you ain't gonna like the result. I'm not gonna let her starve. I'm not gonna talk to her any kind of way. I handle myself like a man. The past is the past. We've talked about the past. Yada, yada, yada. I'm wishing the same thing for you. So, on behalf of Dr. Red Pill, who is about to get drunk, and Linus Millsbury, who's about to go back to the UK tomorrow, shout out to the homie, Wallace Papa Nickel, who will be back in his seat for our final show of the week tomorrow. I wish you a great, great Monday. Thank you all for your support. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Put a little love in your heart. Oh, did he go?